Hello, beautiful people. We are Sour
Oh, what's up?
Entertainment. I'm the Zebra. William just interrupted me again like he usually does, but that is William. And then Shadow is lurking off in the corner somewhere. And he is still
My goodness.
currently... Yeah, oh, there
That.
he goes. There he goes. He's alive. So we are going to do a random Sour Entertainment Talks thing. Basically, we're going to try to stay on the subject of Naruto or anime in general. But, we may not.
Sorry.
William may die of lung cancer before that, but you
I'd
never know.
eventually have
So,
throat cancer.
William, how far are you into Naruto? This is going to be fun for me.
I think I'm on episode 17.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So, because he's not talking about Shippuden either. He's talking about the original, which
Talking about
is...
the original. Hey, I just started watching it. I mean, I watched it on Cartoon Network a little bit, but
Yeah,
you
I mean,
know.
I'm me being all the way to the later half of Shippuden. I'm about 20 episodes from being completely current. It's kind of fun for me to talk to you, especially about this, because I don't ever want to spoil anything, but at the same time, I really want to.
Yeah.
Zabuza is
Yeah.
going to die.
Zabuza. Didn't he
So
already die?
no, wait, what? What is episode 17 anyway? Now that I think about it.
I don't even remember. All I know is Haku died and Zabuza died.
Okay, yeah, you've gone to that point then. Okay, pointless spoiler. How about this? Sasuke's a douche. Sorry, I need to lower my voice
Oh,
right
I think
now.
we all know
Okay.
that.
Star. That was known from like episode 1 of the original.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I read all these
I never
posts.
liked Sasuke, to be
I read
honest.
all these posts on Tumblr just
I
about
mean,
every single day, being like, "Oh my God, Sasuke is so dreamy." Like he literally has betrayed the
Oh
whole
my
Hidden
god,
Leaf.
Sasuke!
He's betrayed the whole Hidden Leaf village at this point.
freaking
He's tried to kill people multiple times, and even now with what's going on in the manga, and I won't spoil it for you beautiful people, it's still kind of like, how can you see that this, how can you like not see that this guy's a complete prick? Your thoughts, people?
I know, and I get mad at Sakura sometimes.
Oh, don't worry, she
It's
gets
like
better.
Naruto is so much better. God.
Well, Naruto starts off as a complete blithering idiot, and I mean, it was kind of an interesting choice for a main character. I mean, look at the face that people that I'm recording with now. I mean, he doesn't exactly beam and display a lot of smart thinking throughout most of the series. That is until you get to Shippuden. So it's really kind of interesting they even picked him as a main character. But, I was really worried when I started off the series just because it seemed so cheesy. You know?
I mean, when it first started off, it didn't look like it was going to go too far, but I mean, the story really got complex and interesting.
I tend to agree.
At least
For
to me.
me, it really doesn't get interesting until the tuning exams, which then that kicks off. That first fight in the tuning exams, and all the way up to like the preliminary rounds and the battles during that to the final round of Gaara versus Sasuke. I mean, it gets a lot better really fast. Just that first story arc is painful, really, to watch. Would you agree, Will?
I would
I
agree.
am terrible. Actually, I'm terrible with names, but I forget. It was in the original. It was the huge plot twist when you found out the two were siblings. Oh my gosh! There was a girl who had such a crush on Naruto, and the other one who was kind of like I want to say
Hinata
tomboy Sasuke.
and Neji. The huge one?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
him.
I don't think that wasn't as much of a plot twist. I mean, you can kind of tell the general anime stereotype of their eyes are the same, therefore they're from the same family. But that was pretty good in general, and that whole relationship between the
I'll be
different
back in a second. I'm being
yeah
summoned.
but that relationship between the different branches of the clans is something that they've explored really well throughout the series. So look for that, Will, when you get into that. Okie doke. Hello.
Yep. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Just
Will
okay,
Will does
46%.
Yeah, Will does not know much about Naruto, so I'm kind of talking to myself here, but
Yeah, sorry, because I'm just like
And he zoned out again. Yay. So now I'm going to talk.
Yay!
Now we're going to go off subject here because obviously I'm the only one who knows much about Naruto here. So, what are other anime you have
Yeah.
watched recently?
Let's see. What have I watched recently? Devil May Cry.
Okay. Better game than anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Let's see. Persona 4.
yeah, that I'll definitely count that. You know, if any of you beautiful people have not played Persona 4 or don't own a PlayStation 2 or have an emulator and they want to get in on the beautiful Persona action, then go watch Persona 4 the animation. It's quite a good English dub too, but
It's very good.
it is one of the best animes and games I have played and watched in a long time. With the exception probably of like Attack on Titan and Cowboy Bebop and that kind of thing, it's amazing. Speaking of which,
Alright, what I missed?
Did you ever watch Attack on Titan?
I have not yet.
Yeah, you need
I need
to.
to do that at some point.
Shadow, you ever heard of Attack on Titan? Shadow.
Oh my gosh. Long ago, yes.
How? That thing came out like only last year. It's a new show.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to realize, like, my mind registers things so differently. See,
Yeah.
I have ADHD, so I could swear to you a movie like The Second Hobbit came out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's how my mind works.
Yeah. But you know, it's a pretty good show. Attack on Titan. I see what the hype is about it. Just like everyone dies so often, so often. But you know,
Everyone dies.
yeah,
Put it up, put it up.
pretty much
Death.
Attack on Titan is like foreshadowing. Foreshadowing. Oh, character death. Foreshadowing. And that's not to say it's a bad anime. I mean, they do a really good job with it, and you know the animation gets a little wonky at times. You know, it's pretty good. I'll give it that. And then, are you ready, William? Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
That's not how it goes. But up, but up, but up.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna change the subject quickly here.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
But gosh, this is an old anime my brother got me into, and I mean, I'll never forget it. Did any of you ever watch Gundam?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Which one? There's like millions.
Dude, that was the freaking show.
There are so many Gundam animes now. It's become a whole genre of just like Gundam. And
I'm
then,
sorry, I preferred the original. I preferred,
yeah.
what was it?
Jesus,
Oh
it's
my
been forever
gosh.
since I saw that. Oh,
Yeah, I know.
now I'm just gonna be reminiscing about that all night. You know, one of the few things in that kind of
My God, takes time. Shut up.
and one of those whole, you know, in all that kind of, you know, mech suit type thing, I'm just gonna mention Neon Genesis Evangelion here. That show was dark. I mean, that shit was dark.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and apparently there are people calling in now, even though that's impossible. But apparently Shadow's a really popular guy because his phone keeps ringing.
Yep.
But yeah, well, you should also watch Neon Genesis. In fact, this has almost become a video of what anime you people should watch. In case you haven't. So yeah, go watch those. And I will probably put in the description the anime that we've mentioned, just so, you know, you get a kind of a taste of what we're talking about here. I would definitely recommend all of them, and also on that note, what anime would you recommend, Will?
What anime would I recommend?
Yeah, go ahead.
Either Persona 4 or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, at least.
Yeah, but okay, just gonna throw this out for you people. If you watch Fullmetal Alchemist, do not watch the original. It's
I mean, even if you do watch the original, just watch like the first few episodes.
yeah, don't even bother with the original. To be honest, Brotherhood is gonna condense things into a much more understandable format at that point.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, the the first two or three episodes of the original really goes with the manga though.
Yeah, and then but the Brotherhood followed the manga. That's why Brotherhood is better. It's because Brotherhood straight up follows the manga. The original didn't because if I remember correctly, they ran out of manga to follow. And Brotherhood started when the manga had finished, I believe. You know, I'm gonna throw Soul Eater out there. It's kind of become
Yeah,
more.
Soul Eater.
It's gotten a
I
real.
do have to say that it is the most overwatched anime.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, there are anime out there, and that kind of blew up in popularity. Sort of, not sorry, Soul Eater recently, and you know, I like it. It's good, but it's really kind of a simplified anime when you think about it.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just overused.
Yeah, at this point, I will have to agree with that. I think of some underused ones. Hmm. You know, is this a zombie? I actually have watched a couple episodes of that now, and it's super, super, super strange. But you know, I'm gonna have to mention it for the sheer fact that it somehow manages to make me laugh. Okay, no, that's High School of the Dead.
Yeah, I know.
Oh god, that show. I don't. I found on my iTunes account randomly. I just found like 5 episodes that just lying there,
Wow.
and I was kind of scared honestly because I don't remember buying them. So that was kind of creepy. But if any of you anime fans out there, and if any of you otakus out there know what I'm talking about, you definitely know the reputation that High School of the Dead has.
Cleavage everywhere.
If you don't believe me, literally, just look up the opening to it. It's there's not words don't even describe it honestly. It's like they call it Harem of the Dead for a reason. And okay, anything else we want to talk about right now, or are we kind of like trailing off into obscurity here?
I'm gonna throw this out there, but have any of you ever watched Dragon Ball Z?
I have occasionally. I haven't really gotten into it, to be honest.
For me, Dragon Ball Z.
Really?
Yeah. That's my
anime of I think all time.
yeah. I forgot what the most watched one of all. Probably I would say Pokemon tops it actually as the most watched.
Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z are up there. I could never do enough Dragon Ball Z. I found the story
Dude,
so great.
Pokemon
We got so
Origins.
attached
That's
to the
amazing.
characters.
Yeah, Pokemon Origins.
I honestly think Pokemon didn't have as much story as Dragon Ball did.
Well, I mean, Pokemon wasn't meant to have as much of a story. It was meant to follow the games and they kind of grew from there. But you know, Dragon Ball Z, the thing that I can never get into is just that it gets too much into the whole shonen power up type thing. And, like, there's some anime that can do that correctly, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure gets into that correctly, and they make fun of themselves for doing it. But Dragon Ball Z like takes itself too seriously as a show. Well, I mean, Dragon Ball Z also, that's one of those really mainstream anime. It's like one you hear a lot, but it's almost not anime anymore. Turned almost more into a cartoon show.
I know, but as a child, I watched it before it blew up.
Yeah.
I watched it when it was only, just a few fans.
Yeah.
But, now, again, it's just blown up so much.
And then I think probably the couple that I hear most often, at least through anime fans, is Cowboy Bebop. Most likely Naruto, Bleach, or One Piece. Those three pretty much go hand in hand as like the big three of anime. Even though Bleach has kind of faded a little bit. Sword Art.
One Piece is awesome.
Yeah, Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online. That's one of them. Attack on Titan is the newest big one. But they're all pretty good. I mean, I don't really like Bleach. I think it has too much filler personally, but you know how it goes. So I think that's all the time we have for now. If you have gotten through to this point, thank you for literally like sitting here and listening to us ramble about anime. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you go and watch one of the ones we talked about. Hopefully it becomes your new favorite. If it does, if you disagree with what we said, if really anything, if you have anything to say at all, feel free to drop anything in the comments. Drop us a like if you want to. If you don't, then feel free not to. You know, we're pretty ambivalent about this whole thing. So with that being said, this is Sour Entertainment. I am the Zebra. See y'all later. Bye.
I will.
Yeah, that's Will. Okay, bye.